Yeah, I wish the snap trick would actually work for this one.
I also own a farm.
Here we go. You're now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. So, a few videos ago,
We were pushing off fill that they dug out of the ditches. They actually brought me a few more loads, a little sloppier.
we ended up getting almost a 1/4 inch of rain last night. Other places got a lot more. So somebody told me they got 2.5 inches last night.
But yeah, that stuff's got to dry out a little bit.
And then it will make good cover for when we get a piece of equipment in here to really slope it nicely. Alrighty, we're gonna go jump up, look at some of the corn we haven't looked at in almost a week, see exactly where we're at there, and we're gonna have a good day. So appreciate you guys watching along, and let's get into it.
Well, weeds are all dead, which is good. Corn's got some height to it now. It's very consistent here. I wish it was further along, but it's very consistent.
I've been a little nervous as far as the urea side, putting more nitrogen down on the crop because of the cost of it. I just called the local supplier and I said, hey, what's urea at? He said, I'm out of urea right now. I got a load coming in tomorrow, and it keeps dropping in price with every load we get. Okay. And I said, well, what do you think it's gonna be? He goes, I don't know yet specifically, but he said under 500. I was thinking we were like 6 something. So under 500 with corn prices being down, that's a lot better. So straight urea, what is it? 46 units of nitrogen per pound, or is it 43? I always forget which one. One is slow release, one is not slow release. We do not need slow release with the amount of rain we're having. Slow release, that way it doesn't oxidize. Whew. But that makes me feel a whole lot better. So I am gonna pencil out, because yes, that farm over there that I rent needs urea bad. Home farm, we could use it in a few spots and get us to a better spot, but that over there it's pretty rough. And I penciled it out the other day. I need, like, even at 600, or I think it was like 630 price per ton. If I put it on at 100 pounds or something, I forget how I penciled it out. I need 14 bushel increase in corn to make it make sense at $3. So 14, yeah. But alrighty, I got to do some penciling. We got to figure some stuff out. Probably gonna end up running over there, getting the cart from him. That way it's over this way, and we'll probably take the tender over tomorrow and pick it up. So we do have one bad wheel on the tender, which is kind of sketchy, but it is what it is.
Pickup's pretty much becoming full-on service truck. Pretty trash too. But we got a bad brake can on the military trailer, and it was leaking when we released air from it, so I knew it was on its way out. Just never got around to doing it. I figured, okay, while we're back here, so it functioned perfectly fine, but it would air down the system if we applied the brakes for parking. So we got a brake can that was supposed to go on it, and I figured, oh, while we're home, we'll just do it. Well, yesterday I went to air up the truck, and it said no. Wouldn't even move, wouldn't air up. So the diaphragm inside has an issue. So we got to take it off where it is. I could cage it and move it. Well, no, you can't even cage it. I'd have to pinch the airline and do all that. So we're going to go take that brake can off, swap it with this one. Then we can wash that down. And after that, we can throw the tender on, get the tender trailer ready. I just ordered 10 ton of fertilizer, of urea for tomorrow. So we should cover about 100 and the rate I want to put on 100 and probably 160 acres. Home farm, most of it's too tall to actually go across, which is good. There's a few spots that I want to hit at the home farm, but mostly all our rented ground needs more urea. Home farm is actually doing pretty good. But alrighty, let's throw this brake can on that trailer, get it washed down, get it cleaned up. When he got fuel because we were out of fuel, and the pressure washer needs fuel. So I really wanted to wash down the trailer before we get underneath to take this one apart, because that's the one we need to get to. Yesterday I did put silicone in these holes for the lines for the solenoids. Somebody always says build a box, you got to build a box, you got to build a box. I agree, but there's no super good way of building a box to close this all off. The last one lasted us 3 years, so if you calculate it out, every year to have this was $100. So you run 1 hour a day and you can buy yourself one of these in 3 years. Good thing I aired this up. I thought it was the right one. It's the left one. So the gasket right here is blowing out. Huh. I always thought it was coming from over here, but it's really right there. The truck brakes are set, the trailer are not, clearly. So good thing I aired that up, because I was going to change the wrong brake can. Maybe both of them are bad. I don't really know yet. We got to get that one changed out, because clearly, even after trying to tighten that up, it's ripped somewhere. It's kind of a pain that it's all covered in manure, but welcome to the life. Manure hauling is not all, none of it's really glory. Well, this winter we are gonna have to probably just put new brake cans on, because they've been sitting. They're all old style anyways, so you can service them. And yeah, those aren't as good because, well, when they blow apart, they're not that much fun. If somebody tries to take them apart, I mean. So you can tell that they are old. Let's see, what do we got? Did we bring a hammer? No. Okay, that's not gonna move because it's pressed against it, which is good. There's just a lot of manure sitting on everything. Manure is rough on stuff, so like when we did the truck, I had a brake can go bad on the truck a few weeks ago. That was only 2 years since those were new, and it fought me like it was on there for years and years. So manure is pretty bad on stuff. I need an extension to go on the gun, then we can zing those off because they're gonna fight us. Oh, corroded. But 2 bolts holding it on, nuts holding it on. It is humid again today, if you can imagine. But corn does like that, so. Oh yeah, that's it. Alrighty, airlines. There's a swivel here and a swivel there. Take those off. 3/4. Nope. These should come off. Well, this one should come off because we've already replaced this. This was the line that went. One on the left goes to the further one up. This one, some. Oh, come on.
1/16. An inch is too small. 1 1/8 is too big. That should be a swivel. What is going on here? Okay. Proper tool for the job. There we go. Oh, that was almost bad. Is it not? It might not be separating up top. Yeah, that's the issue. Oh. It's taking the insert with it too. Okay. Let's see what we got. Whew. Oh, come on. Oh, it's definitely fighting us today. Yep, that's our problem. Okay. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Just need a little leverage. Now we're good to go. Maybe. A little air left in the system. Would have been so much nicer if we had washed this first, but part of it. If we're out on the front lines, as Zach Newton would say, we wouldn't have that luxury, but he does have that, his awesome service facility now. He did get lifts for trucks, so we got to go back and hang out with Zach at some point when things, if things ever slow down for us. Which, honestly, I keep saying they're going to slow down. And yeah, we slowed down on manure hauling, but we just picked up on other things to do. We have plenty of stuff to do. Okay. There we go. Alrighty, now if we zing it off, we can take the airlines with the brake can. Let me put my glasses on. It's gonna get dirty. So where's the extensions? Okay. Come on. Come on. There we go. Be a mechanic, they said. Be a trucker, they said. It will be fun, they said. Own your own business, they said. It will be great. I should have paid somebody to do all this, right? That would have made it easier. I could have just sat at home and counted all the money. Right? Oh, I love it. Working on junk is really where the channel started, so we're just back to our same circle. That's all the fun we have. Okay. So now, this should pop pretty much right out. Yep. Why didn't I bring a pair of pliers or something? Screwdriver. screwed up. I should have brought pliers. And a hammer. We'll get it. There it goes. Yeah, manure all in my hair and my eyes. There it is. All right. Okay, we're good. Yep, there it is. So it's been, oh, it's ripped and stuff. It's been blown out of there. I don't know if that's just the paint peeling off or whatnot, but change this one out. Hopefully the other one isn't actually leaking too once it gets aired up. I think it's just the one. But we'll go cut the other rod and get it all sorted out. Okay, line's got to get swapped over. It's actually the orientation of the outlet of the lines is good. Otherwise you loosen this, spin it to wherever you need it to be. As you can see, well, no, you can't see, but so on this one, both the serviceable brake chamber and the do not touch brake chamber have bolts to take apart. And as you see on the newer style, on anything modern, you cannot take that one apart because that's the spring side that can kill somebody if they don't know what they're doing, which nowadays that's a normal thing that nobody services them. Throw them out, get a new one. Well, of course, the one that we just put on not that long ago, what was it, 2 months ago? That one comes off nice and easy. Will the other one come off nice and easy? Gonna put some tape on that. Probably leave that till we're done and we cut it. That way we know which one goes on which. Someday I'm gonna have AC in a shop. It's gonna be someday. Definitely not next year or the year after that. Unless we win the lottery. Tape measure, I just had it right here. Yes, and our bench is a mess. Okay. 8 inches. So, take off the clevis. Screw that down, that way you can run it back up. And then cut it at 8 inches. Okay. I don't know what that noise is. So then you leave that on there so you can, size, there we go. Nope, it might be, it's 15/16. You can thread this out, which is now warm, and then thread it back in. That way, clevis goes right back on. Come on. Here we go. Should be something like that. Right. Forgot. Oh, fine thread there. So that's sticking in. That's good there. Probably not snug this too much till we get out there because it's going to move a little bit. Alrighty, airlines, some tape, screwdriver. one done. This is bigger. It is bigger. What? Huh. That's cool.
And there we go. We do have somewhere. It's over there. It's somewhere. We have a spare hose. We should have more spare hoses. We are getting better at, wow, the glare from outside. We are getting better at having things on stock, like the hydraulic motor. I'm sweating like anything. It's hot in here. I could not move down south, I'll be honest. There you go. I could not move down south. So I would die in humidity. But we are getting better at having things in stock, such as that hydraulic motor that we swapped out. Somebody was like, wow, that was pretty good, pretty lucky that you had that. Well, there wasn't luck in that one. We actually planned ahead. So we do have some things, such as I called on oil filters. I got 2 of them. We need a third. Truck takes 3. To change the oil on that truck, we're ahead of schedule on that, but at the end of the day, I'd rather be ahead than behind. But for the Max, we got everything in stock pretty much. Reassembled and good to go. We do have to check how this brake adjustment is once it goes. Once it's washed down, we're gonna grease everything, adjust all of the brakes so that they're good to go for the next time we go hauling. Right now, we'll air the truck up. Hopefully this one will not leak, otherwise we got to do the exact same thing. But I think that one definitely leaked, and it just got worse. I don't know why. It was blowing off, and it seemed like it was that one, but it was because it was coming out the side going this way. But we are good to go, hopefully. Trailer is airing up. We have no leaks yet. Yeah. Come on, air all the way up. This Landau trailer takes freaking forever to air up. That was interesting. I guess I'm usually not back here when it makes noises. But they did air up. It pulled it all the way back. That one's pulled back. But that takes forever to air up. And the truck needs air. But nothing's leaking. Pretty excited. Okay, we at least accomplished one thing today. But we'll get it aired up. All the tools are out of the way, so I can pull the truck forward, back over with the pickup, pick up all my tools. I started with like 3 things and then ended up with the whole toolbox out here. So buzzer just went off. It goes off under 90. So if we air up the truck, it's gonna drop below 90. We better not roll back over all our tools now. Brakes are released, but we're below 90, so it's gonna buzz till it gets back over 90. And there we go. It's off. Alrighty, let's wash this thing down now. Yeah, I wish the snap trick would actually work for this one in real life, but it will for you guys. Well, this side has not been cleaned, as you see. It takes quite a bit to actually clean manure equipment back up. But then this half and down this side has. So it looks a lot better cleaned up. Holy smokes. It's like I don't know, I've been at it for an hour and a half, I think. Because you clean one spot, you make another spot dirty. We got underneath most of it. Rims, we're gonna have to move them around because clearly, yeah, they're still dirty on the top. So, stuff like that. Well, alrighty, I'll keep going. Well, we got it pretty much all cleaned up. There's some spots that aren't perfect and things like that, but you gotta figure in a few days we're just gonna send it right back into the trenches and keep battling along. What I want to do is back it up in the shop. We'll adjust brakes, that way we're not laying on dirt. We're pretty much a mess. Grease everything, and then we can go park it. And then I I got a dump trailer and a box trailer over there that should get out of that location, and a parts chopper. But we'll see what time it is and how it is. Heat really slows down daily work. But where did I put my hat? It's in the shop. So let's get the 4640 out of the way. That's gonna go get put on a spreader anyways, either today or tomorrow, and then we'll back in. Today would have been a very good day to do office work and not be out here in the heat, because where are we at here? 92 degrees. Woo! It is warm out. I've almost wanted to go jump in the pond. It is rather warm. Okay, we're gonna go pick up our tools down there, get everything in the shop, and then we'll back that trailer in, grease it, service the brakes, make sure everything's good there, grease the boom, and then the trailer can get unhooked. So we'll see what time and how much motivation we got left as far as what we're gonna pull out next. I really got to get everything out of that box trailer and that out of here sooner than later. I don't want that here all winter again, and it's got quite a bit of shop stuff in it. Problem is, I bet inside that box trailer right now is probably 120 degrees, so that might not be a today thing. It's only supposed to get hotter, Yanko. Oh, we picked the wrong day of pressure washing. Yesterday wasn't any better. Tomorrow actually looks good-ish, but there's rain every afternoon, it seems. So I'm hoping that we can get fertilizer tomorrow. We can get the spreader all running and we can spread everything, even if we're spreading a little bit in the rain. Probably gonna do 150, 160 acres. So moves right along. So 2 loads through the spreader. Do you really want to come up front? I'll turn the AC seats on, bud. Okay. Yeah, you good? All washed down. Now we got it backed in on some concrete. And we got to grease a few things. We should cut these other brackets off. Or clamps off, I mean. Now that it's washed, it's like, ooh. Just surface rust. We got plenty of life left in it. Someday, this winter, maybe we'll paint it up. But I missed the back of the, yeah. My bad, okay, people? But we gotta adjust brakes so that we know we're 100%. Yeah. Probably cut this one off, cut that one, cut them all off except for the new one. Because I tried to turn these and none of them wanted to turn. And as Chuck Hainsworth said, do not let these get messed up, because this is a pain to do, because you got to take, well, you got to take your gate valve out, slide that back that way out of it, slide the new one on. So he said keep those good. So they were like $13 a piece. He said I'm sending you all 4. Now that we're back, we can get it all together. Probably grease this up. We do have a little bit of liquid in the tank, so when we park it, we'll leave it open and let it drain out. I don't think we have any sand really in the tank, but we'll check that. Grease the swivel and the boom, and yeah, everything underneath. This trailer will be ready to rock and roll for the next adventures. We should start cutting off the things that we don't need, like this. So if you haven't watched the videos when we built this, it had steps going up the back, or no, it had a spare tire and then like a rack going up and everything. So we cut all that out of the way. And honestly, out of all of our projects, oh, we do have to hose clamp these back together so that they're not all bouncing around against each other. Out of all of the projects, yeah, I've really enjoyed running this one. Huh, just learned something. These have Dana axles in the rear. Alabama. What's the date? It says 1/2. I don't want to pull that off, but it's going to break off on the other side. I can't see anything. 1/2. I don't even know. It's like wore off over there, but Spicer Dana on that. I was gonna say we better. I wonder if the other, nope. Does the other one have them? Ah, you guys are upside down. So see, we washed the truck. we're still dealing in the manure. I'm gonna take this off though because it's gonna fall off with that, and we'll put it somewhere with the military trailer stuff. Okay, 1, 2, and then that's it. There's no number after it. Oh wait, no, that's not a date. It says TO half, and then there's a bunch of other stuff. Huh. I know somebody's gonna complain and say you should leave that on. That well, when it rusts off and falls off, we're not gonna pull the welder underneath here to make that back on. So we'll put that in the pile because eventually we're gonna need that for, well, a lot of things. On this trailer, and I've learned quite a bit. Oh, we still gotta tighten that jam nut down. Military stuff, so usually they're wedge brakes on the older stuff. This is a new enough trailer that it is regular brakes. Problem is, you have to take the whole assembly apart, all the wheel bearings, everything out. You have to take it all apart just to get to any of it. So they didn't design it that, it's designed, built, but it could have been so much more modern. And the tire guys pointed that out to me. So, alrighty, got this back one all greased up though. I'm gonna adjust it. Of course, stuff fights you, but there we go. So we'll adjust it in, adjust it out, make sure it all moves, and then we'll set them. So the brakes are released right now. Truck has brakes applied, but trailer is released. Okay. Had to go get an Olight. I don't know why it fell in my back seat, and then I haven't got it back out of the back seat, but I just grabbed it. We are still working with Alittle because they're freaking awesome. They're so handy. But I have a bunch of sitting on my counter to show off to you guys. They haven't done a sale lately, I don't think. I don't even know. I'll be honest, I've been so busy and so focused on the farm, manure hauling, and some other things that opening my computer and answering emails and doing that side of it has just been a pain. So some days editing video, I'm like, oh, what am I doing? I got other stuff to do, but appreciate everybody who watches along. So slide down, make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube does like unsubscribing people. I don't know why. Multiple people always tell me that. I do get unsubscribed from stuff I watch, and then I'm like, wait a minute. But rear is good. Yeah, very good actually. I'm pumped. Let's go up to the front ones. Oh, we do need to get a creeper again. We lost that when we moved, and we just haven't got one yet. But alrighty. Oh, and oh, this one has one too. So we're all good. This one's welded completely. Yep. Both sides. Yeah, look, it's still dirty, even though we washed it. I don't know what those are from. Oh, drip marks running down as we're driving. Oh, okay. Well, one of my biggest concerns hauling manure without jakes on the truck, which we have to get that someday. This winter, it's not going to be before fall. And actual jakes. So, running through brakes. The truck brakes were kind of complicated to get. I got numbers for them now and everything else like that. But stuff adds up, gets expensive. So every time I adjust brakes, I'm like, uh-oh, how much life do I have left? These rear pads actually look like they're like 90% still, which is kind of weird. So they're wearing actually very, very nicely. So little adjustment here and there, and we're good to go. But let's get the rest of the trailer greased. Then we can drop the trailer. Then we got the truck to do. So we were supposed to get like a 1/4 inch of rain tonight. I think it's all going north of us, and I see there's tornado warnings again. So last week, everything that went on out in Eden, George Heyer and his brother, I forget his brother's name. George has one deal with Valve Robot. They got a bunch of pulling tractors. They haul milk. Somebody randomly sent me a picture and said, look at all these milk trucks. And instantly I knew it was theirs. So the fact that their shop route, it was gone. The trucks were all there and the shop was gone. So stuff like that. I'm counting my blessings that we have not went through that, but seeing other people go through it's worse. It's bad. So I'm gonna do Zach Newton. As he says, if you got 5 minutes, unscrew these, make them nice, because every time you go to actually do them, you're in a rush because you got something going on, and when they don't come out, they're a pain. So we'll spray them down, lube them up, run them in, run them out. I do have a can of black spray paint here, and we're doing a quick body shop update. The pump is no longer blue, we don't have rust. Oh yeah, I'm basically a painter now. I know you guys are, all the tips and tricks that you guys gave me over the winter, I wrote them down. All our prep work was 100% on this. Yeah. Relax. So, all right, do those, do the valve. We're gonna do the valve out back. I know there's a little bit of manure in it because I didn't open it right up. Grease that. So. Keith Frazier, you sent me the step ladder. Appreciate it. So that was a while back, and then we got busy. Ooh, there's water in that one. We're out of grease. I was worried about that, and my other tube of grease got crushed in the truck. Do I have any other grease? I got cornhead grease, but we were gonna go grab that later. I guess we're out of grease. See, I brought a tube with me and it blew apart. Something fell on it. Alrighty, I'll do the rest of my stuff. I'll have to grease it later. I know for a fact some of these fought me last time we opened it. So we did not keep up with our maintenance program on it, but here we are doing it. And I appreciate everybody who watched and shared the safety video with Zach Newton, and I appreciate Zach. It was his idea, and he said, hey, I want you to put this out because people watch your stuff. So even if you're not from a farm, it gave you a general idea, but since then, there's been a lot more meetings set up and stuff like that as far as safety on farms with fire department, with farm bureau, stuff like that. So it's sad that that's what took it as far as some of that side of it, but it was eye-opening, so I hope we keep learning on a lot of that stuff. Like that one is not happy with me. There we go. So I got this pipe that hangs out with me, and Andrew Walton, when I got this pump from him, while the boom set up, he said, don't lose the pipe. Pipe goes right there. And this is why, to get these open. So that was 3.5 years ago. Mail lady pulled in. I'm like, I don't know what's coming today, which is awesome. So goes right in with everything. We got great people on the channel. Great partner is Heisey, and I love working with the rep. She watches along with the videos, and she goes, hey, what else do you need? And I said, well, I got all these tall boots. So we got plenty of different styles of tall boots. Everybody's got them. Tyler was here, who was here. I was like, where are these Heisey boots? He goes, oh, I bought a pair for every one of my service trucks. So appreciate it, Tyler. But they hit me up. They said, you need a shorter pair. And she goes, I know you like blue. So pretty pumped for these. Gonna rock these. When we're manure hauling and you're getting in and out and you're walking through the slosher, you got to go drain your tank, stuff like that. It's always handy to have a pair like that. We've dried out some. We still got mud season, fall mud season. Last year we wore Heisey boots all fall because nothing but mud. So slide down below. Duffy 15 link gets you 15% off a sweet pair of Heisey boots. I'm pumped for these ones. And if you ever see in the back of my garage, yeah, that's what we're rocking. So appreciate everybody at Heisey, and we'll have to give those a try and see how we like them compared to like these tall boots. They're not super insulated. I got a pair that's a little more insulated, and they've held up awesome. There's a pair there. Oh no, I took my other pair in. So yeah, you can never have too many pairs of muck boots. Keeping your feet dry and comfortable in every scenario. So go hit them up. Links down below. So hit them up. Duffy 15% off. Great partner of the channel. So even with the product info commercial that you guys just saw, which is, I'm serious, stuff that I rock, the Vivor stuff, the Heisey stuff, all the brands that we work with have been absolutely awesome to me. So I love showcasing stuff that we use day in and day out. But in that time, we were able to loosen up, lubricate them, make them so much easier to work with for the future. That is a hell of a good paint job, if you ask me. All right, let's cut these off. We're actually gonna go grab one of the spreader carts because we can do that. We might not have urea till tomorrow afternoon. We gotta see. And it's raining a little bit here, but supposedly there's a tornado and no power in Rome right now. So Colburn and everybody up there, be safe. Everybody be safe. Don't want to cut into it, so that would make it awkward if we did that. Where's my pry bar? I saw one. I didn't have one out. I don't know what any of them are. That's annoying. Plus, if we go up and grab the tender or the spreader, then we'll be good for tomorrow. Kelly told me they won't be until the afternoon, which is fine. Well, I'd rather it earlier than later, but the weather doesn't look like it's gonna amount to much. So, which is kind of annoying. There we go. Yeah, this was pretty well rusted apart. That's all that's left of that band. Which eventually was gonna cause us issues. I don't want issues. I want to have issue-free days. I know issues make content, but they make headaches for me. And I don't like headaches. And I'd rather get ahead and not have as many headaches. But you're always gonna have something break. And if you don't, then you're lying to yourself, or you're not doing it. Okay, let's see. Let's not lose everything like we did last time. We do got some wet paint. There we go. Throw that around. Why is my phone going off again? Some days I just like putting my phone on silent. Alrighty, so we'll tighten that one up. The other two will cut off. Might have to cut some of these bolts that are longer, but that's easy enough. And then we'll be at peace there. Open the valve up, spray that down with some lubrication. Don't touch the wet paint on everything. Everybody's gonna think we're gonna have a new tank or a new pump or something. We'll be balling out. When really we're just some backyard spraying. Huh. That's interesting. That brake can's got it's got a little triangle piece that goes in between it. I don't know if that's the warning not to open that side. But, yeah. Okay, we got to open the gate valve. We are actually gonna let it drain out. I don't know why I didn't open it the other day, other than it being in the roadway. But the cool thing with this, now that it has that other one on it, it opens the gate valve no matter what. It operates no matter what. See? It sounds so much stronger. So, oh, it's open. So now that it's open, we'll lubricate it up. Our problem previously was it was getting stuck, but it did sit. Oh, it started opening. Gotta hold it for a minute longer. Thought it sounded like it was open. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Now it's open. So need a lot of lubrication before. Now it's got the proper amount of pressure and everything else like that. And you can see where it seals right there. But that's an expensive valve, if anybody knows. So they're not giving those away. So we'll lubricate it non-stop. And then once we drain it out, we'll just run it up and down a few times. And then leave it open. And I have a feeling once we get this back up to where it's spreading, or where it's moving, this is gonna stay up there for a while. Manure right now is slow. This is the slow time of the year, now up to August. And then end of August, September, October, it gets busy again. Last year we got none of that work because we were broke down. We were crashed. So this year I'd like to capitalize on some of that and then get my own stuff as far as the combine ready, stuff like that. And in the meantime, I can run the silage truck if need be. And it's actually raining. They said it wasn't gonna rain much today here. Well, they keep changing the weather. They don't even know. But this is good to go. The truck, we need to put a PTO on, but that can be done at any point. And we gotta just grease that up top there. So, it's a good feeling. It took a while because we did pressure wash it for 4 hours today and it's still dirty. No matter how much you pressure wash them, you can always look at it after and you're like, what did I do? But it's a lot better than it was. It looks like we have a whole new setup back here. We got new clamps, new brake can, everything's adjusted. So we'll grab a tube of grease when we're out. That's kind of, I'm putting together a list of things I gotta do. I gotta go grocery shopping. I gotta go to Tri-Valley, and I gotta go to Tractor Supply. I know somebody's gonna say something. They got grease. I need to hit the Simpico guy back up and make that happen. Oh, almost forgot. We gotta zip tie these back together so they're a little, they look better and they don't shake around. Okay, we're zip tied, we're good to go. We can actually leave it right here because we're gonna get greased and then I'll grease it and pull it out. No point in pulling it out in between, but alrighty. I'm gonna go run up. I'll show you when I get spreader and if anything else cool happens. Otherwise we'll be back, wrap this up, and hopefully it rains a little bit, not a lot. No wind, please. Well, we're gonna cut the day short here, split it up into 2 days because you guys are gonna have to stay tuned and see what storm destruction we got. I'll give you a hint. We didn't get much, but it made our trip very interesting. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Tanker is pretty much ready to rock and roll for the fall manure season, which honestly I'm hoping is a good one, is a long one. We get a bunch of gallons pumped and we put some money in our bank account because that keeps the world going. But have a good one.